Welcome back. It's your boy Zeke. Um, it's Steelers week. I've dropped a video kind of detailing what I think is going to happen, but what does this week actually mean? What's at stake this week? Let's think about it. The Browns are 1-4. Recently traded away Joe Flacco, promoted Shadur Sanders as your QB2, which is a big deal, but I'm not doing a video on that. You traded away your starting corner who was playing well. Greg Newsome arguably was playing better than Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward's better, but he's been just okay this year. Uh Last in the division, but also the division is actually pretty bad. And the conference overall in the AFC is pretty bad. I think only the top seven teams have winning records. Fact check me on that. But what does this actually mean? What's at stake this week? So, I mentioned the trade. There's been rumblings about the Greg Newsome trade in particular. Greg Newsome was traded at like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock Central time on a Wednesday, which is a practice week. And the practice week has started. You traded what seems to be one of your best locker room guys, and Denzel Ward was quoted saying, "Man, I shed a few tears." That just shows the love that he's had for Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome, obviously, I think this is his fifth year, drafted in 2020. Sorry, 2021. So this was his fifth year here, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And obviously the backbone or part of the backbone of that secondary between him, Denzel Ward, and Grant Delpit, along with Martin Emerson, who's been out all season due to the Achilles. So trading an integral piece of your locker room like that can go one or two ways. It can make your guys rally together, play for each other, or it could cause some fractures within the locker room or within the locker room against like the coaching staff and probably more so the front office. So something that's important with this game is you're going to a division rival in Pittsburgh. You're going to play them. It's going to be very important to see how this team reacts. Um, to a lesser degree, you just saw on Thursday night a defense in Philly that gave up. Quite frankly, they gave up. They got punched in the mouth by the New York Giants. In all respect due to the New York Giants, but the defending champions, no matter who out there, shouldn't be getting punched in the mouth. And the ball ran down their throats. So, how will this defense respond? This defense has been top five. I want to say it's top three in total yards, rush defense, and pass defense. I think it's middle of the pack in points, but all not their fault. Short fields, punt returns for touchdowns, scooping scores, things of that nature has led to their points being so high. But they've remained pretty competitive in all the games. Um, so will they come out with that same energy they have all year? And will they be able to obtain that energy like they have all year? I keep bringing up the importance of this game, frankly, because of owner Jimmy Haslam. Jimmy Haslam has had a history of, I don't know if it's overreacting, but reacting the sort of way when losing in Pittsburgh. Multiple coaches have been released, fired after losing in Pittsburgh. Um, it has been the turning point on various seasons when losing in Pittsburgh. And, losing in Pittsburgh is just not tolerated, although it's happened for the last 22 or so years. Um, but it's important that the Browns get a dub this week, primarily because they need they need this dub. They need to prevent going from 1-5, which 1-5, you're highly unlikely to make the playoffs. Shit, 1-4, you're highly unlikely to make the playoffs. But it's important to see these guys compete. So even if you do losing by three, by seven, something like that, can still bring some promise to this organization and this team. But going in here, getting your face kicked in, getting blown out as maybe like a silent protest could mean that Kevin Stefanski and also Andrew Berry are losing this locker room. I've been a guy who believes that Kevin Stefanski has done a good job of rallying the troops and hasn't lost the locker room. And I don't think he has because this team's played hard for him all year and for a good portion of last year too, even through the midst of what was it, 3-14. But now here we sit, 3-14 last year, 1-4 this year. So what's that? Four and uh my math is killing me right now. 4-18 in your last 22. People throw the playoff game in there, whatever, if you want to. So you're in the midst of 4-18. And if that doesn't turn around quickly, you're going to start seeing this defense give up. And what that does is stunts the growth of your players. The calling card to this team is the defense, and it's young players. So you want to continue to show some level of dominance on defense, and you want to continue to show some growth and maturity from the from the young guys, particularly on defense, and then also on offense. You got two young quarterbacks, young running back, young tight end. So if you're not showing that, then why is Stefanski here? And I'm a Stefanski guy. However, it's really important that you go get this win. Now, we talked about what a loss would do. What does a win do? A win puts you at 2-4. A win potentially, most likely, puts you tied for second in the division. This is assuming that Baltimore loses versus the Rams, which is, realistic, and the Green Bay Packers losing to the Cincinnati, or the Green Bay Packers beating the Cincinnati Bengals, also really realistic. Now, granted, you lose that tiebreaker to Cincinnati, but being tied for second in a division where your schedule gets lighter after the fact. So, we're going to try this again because I tried to do like the whole screen share thing, and it didn't work the last time. However, we're gonna try this one more time, and we're gonna see how this works. Hey, I think it worked. So you have the Browns against the Steelers. And then after that, you got the Patriots, which I think is a winnable game, although the Patriots are playing really good ball. But it's a team that's not overly more talented than you. I think the talent level is relatively similar. Oh, sorry. I messed that up. You have the Dolphins, which is a team I think you should beat. They have some talent, but also they've underachieved. They just lost to the Panthers. Respect to the Panthers. Then you have the Patriots, which I mentioned. Then you have the Jets, of which the Jets have not won a game this year. So, for kicks and giggles, let's say you win against the Steelers. That's 2-4. You win against the Dolphins, 3-4. Then you got the Patriots and the Jets with a chance to get over 500 before you play in the Ravens. And then even after that, the rest of your schedule is full of winnable games, probably outside of the Bills on December 21st. And we'll see where the Niners are on November 30th, depending on how healthy they are. And with the Ravens, their defense is so bad. They're really banged up. We'll see if they're still banged up. And you've split with the Ravens a lot over the last few years. So, um, a win gets you to 2-4, and then potentially could start a winning streak, which, whew, we haven't had a winning streak, I believe, since 2023. Now, very important to note, if you're able to get this win today, one, you break a streak that's lasted 20 plus years. Two, there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel on the remaining games in the season. Three, you're most likely second in your division. 4, you're probably like a game or so out of the wild card. And who would have thought after this opening 6 game stretch that the Browns would one, have 2 wins, two, be in race for the division. You only be a game out of the winning column. And then also, I think from a vibes check, a win in Pittsburgh would do so much for this locker room who just lost one of their favorite players, favorite teammates, and Greg Newsome. They lost a guy who they really liked in Joe Flacco. And also, it'll bring a lot of confidence to your rookie quarterback and all of these young guys that you have on this team. So, this is more than just your standard divisional game. This is more than just a game. This is more than just going to Pittsburgh. This game really and truly could make or break your season. I'm Zeke.